Welcome to the Cincinnati Art Museum's Cam Look. Each Tuesday and Thursday, a staff member or volunteer will share an object from the permanent collection and post questions for discussion. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. for a new work and a new conversation. Hi, I'm Helen, a docent at the museum. Today, we'll travel back 8 centuries to a time when the emperor's court dominated Japan. We'll explore a luxurious hand scroll that's interesting for the illustration, the calligraphy, the possible artist, and the time when it was created. I think you'll be fascinated to learn about the Sutra scroll that was donated to Jingo-ji Temple in 1185. At the start of the hand scroll, unknown artists painted a scene of the historical Buddha teaching. Next, they copied the sacred writings of a sutra in gold paint on indigo-dyed paper. In the late 12th century, the imperial palace and the great temples supervised the copying of sutras. Sutras are sacred writings of Buddha's teaching. Copying sutras was a common practice of aristocrats who believed that it earned them spiritual merit. A woman could have been the calligrapher. At this time, women copied sutras as a way to improve and refine their calligraphy, an important skill for women of the court. The painting shows Shaka, the historical Buddha, seated on a high lotus throne. The lotus represents rebirth into paradise. In front of Buddha are 2 bodhisattvas, people who could enter paradise but stay behind to help others reach enlightenment. Behind them are 2 of Buddha's disciples. Look closely in the background and you'll see an unusual mountain. The frowning bird could refer to Vulture Peak, where Buddha preached. Buddha's hands are in the gesture of turning the wheel of law, the Dharma Chakra in Sanskrit, which refers to the act of Buddha's teaching the Noble Eightfold Path, including right speech, right actions, right mindfulness, and right occupation. Calligraphy in gold ink on indigo-dyed paper was a fashion in Japan that was shared with Korea, whose artists were considered masters of this type of hand scroll. The kanji pictographs are beautifully rendered. 1185, when the hand scroll was created, was at the end of the 5-year Genpei War, when 2 families fought for control of Japan. It was a time of great destruction. Many people thought it was the end of time that had been predicted in a sutra. The artist or artist who created this work might have done so in the hope of preserving Buddha's teachings for a future when Buddha's law would be restored. This hand scroll was donated to Jingo-ji Temple in Kyoto. The temple was founded in 824 during the Heian period, 794 to 1185, and because of fires has been rebuilt many times. It is located high on Mount Takao, northwest of the city's center. Jingo-ji's Kondo Hall, or worship hall on the left, is dedicated to Yakushi Nyorai, the Buddha of healing, or the medicine Buddha. On the right is the temple statue of Yakushi. It is life-size and was created in 793 from 1 block of wood. Yakushi Nyorai is described as a doctor who cures suffering using the medicine of his teachings. Yakushi's right hand is in the fear not gesture. He holds a medicine jar in his left hand. Unknown artists created a beautiful hand scroll that showed their devotion to Buddha's teaching. It could also have been a prayer to stop a fractious war. Paintings of great teachers are a tradition in many religions. Hand gestures often identify Christian saints or the deities or great teachers in other religions. What artworks of great teachers do you know? Where do you see them? In your church, religious books, or art museums? For an example from another tradition, The next time you're at CAM, visit Gallery 203 to see the paintings from the San Basilio Chapel. It was created in about 1150, just a few years before the Heian Sutra hand scroll. St. Nicholas is featured in one panel. Does the gesture of his right hand look familiar? Thanks for joining us on CAM Look today.